Oftentimes in the supermarkets you can find jam, but it always has lots of preservatives, and if it doesn't have many preservatives, then it definitely has a lot of sugar. So today we're making just a very simple but really delicious strawberry jam. Hello everybody, welcome back to our channel. Salam alaikum khoti khwatati. Today we're making a very simple strawberry jam. Really delicious, very easy. We're using what's in season, right? In Morocco here, the strawberries are so ripe, they're so fragrant, they're delicious, really sweet. So we're gonna make a jam with strawberries. Now, if you're somewhere else in the world and there's a different fruit that is ripe, use that fruit. If it's ripe and in season, it's gonna taste amazing and it's gonna give you a really good jam. So with that, we're using strawberries, a little bit of lemon, and that's gonna be all for our jam today. If you do prefer something sweeter, then you can use a little bit of honey. Again, today we're going without. It's gonna be delicious, quite simple, and I love to use this in my jun. So I've gotten quite a few requests. I'm definitely gonna put out a fermenting jun video soon, and I always use a homemade jam to flavor and sweeten my fermented tea, and it comes out amazing. So with that, let's stay tuned and we'll get started right now. Great, so with that, I just have about half of a kilo, I would say roughly 2 cups of strawberries here. I'm just going to cut off the stem. I've already washed them, and I'll cut them into small little cubes or so. What you're going to need today is a deep saucepan, again, strawberries, lemon, and you'll be good to go. So the thing with this jam recipe, although it's super simple, requires just a couple ingredients. It just requires a little bit of time. So it's the perfect thing to make maybe while you're making dinner, or if you're baking, you have something in the oven. If you're washing dishes, you have to be in the kitchen. So again, similar to like our ghee, you just wanna kind of watch it and ensure that it's on a slow, low heat and it's cooking down nice and easy. That's how you're gonna find a really nice, delicious jam. We're going to chop this up, throw everything in the saucepan, bring it to a little boil with the lid, and then remove the lid, turn it super low as we can, and let it just hang out. So I talk about this all the time, but here in Morocco, it's so nice that all of the produce, or most of the produce, is local and it's from that season. But yeah, I always use this opportunity this time of year, buy lots of strawberries, make a lot of jam. I freeze my jam, that way I can pull it out any time of the year and really get these delicious sweet strawberries. Okay, great, so I have all of my strawberries here. Again, I have a deep saucepan, and you're going to want to use the smallest flame you have on your stove, because when we simmer this, we want it to be super, super low. So I'm gonna have to move mine over there. But from here, I'm just gonna pour my strawberries right into my deep saucepan. And again, use what's in season. Whatever is in season where you live, use that. We're really lucky that we get this strawberry season here in Morocco. So first things here, we turn it on a low flame and go ahead and cover. Put the lid on your pan. So we're just gonna leave the strawberries like this, low heat with a lid for probably about 5 minutes, and then we'll come back, we'll check them, and we'll go from there. So this is looking perfect, but we want it to be a little bit more liquefied before we remove the lid. So keep the lid on. So about 5 minutes later, this is what we see. Now this is perfect. Now we want to go ahead and put this on the smallest possible flame on your stove, and we'll keep the lid off and let it begin to simmer. What you want to do is just every couple minutes, come with a spoon, mix it, make sure it's not burning on the bottom, and you're going to let a lot of that water just evaporate out. Just like this, you're going to let it slowly begin to simmer on your stove. You want to make sure the heat is low enough that it's not bubbling over. If it begins to bubble over, you're going to have to put it on a lower heat. So just like this, you're allowing the strawberries to begin to cook down, the water evaporates, it's getting nice and thick and concentrated. So after about 20 or so minutes, a little bit before the jam is finished, we'll add in our lemon. So with that little bit of bitter from the lemon, it really just complements the strawberries so well. So again, just hang out, mix your berries, and wait. Okay, this is looking perfect. This is so great. Again, we're being patient. We're only about 15 minutes in. We're gonna wait about another 10 minutes or so. If you don't want any chunks in your jam, then I definitely recommend using like a potato or a bean smasher to get out all the chunks. I actually really like the chunks in there, so I don't even smash them at all. Lemon just before it finishes. Give it a little squeeze and then let it cook for about 8 more minutes, and then we'll be done. Wonderful, so we let this cook for about 30 minutes and then we removed it from the heat and we let it cool down. So after it's cooled for a bit, this is exactly the consistency you want. This is perfect. Great, so with that, that's all we have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate the support as always. If you haven't already, feel free to subscribe to our channel below. Really appreciate the comments and the connections. It's really been wonderful. So with that said, we hope to see you next week. We have some more Moroccan vlogs coming out, some yoga content. So stay tuned, stay with us, and yeah, we'll see you next time. Shukran b'zaf, bismillah. Awesome. The lemon is really nice. It just gives kind of the opposing little bite, little sourness with the, excuse me. Don't forget to squeeze in your lemon just before it finishes. So about 20 minutes in, squeeze it